don't get it. Why focus on this one particular instance? Is Ocarina of Time really popular or something? Excuse me? What are you doing in here?
Who? How?
Didn't you see the out of order sign? Do all humans have such blatant disregard for the rules?
Wait, how is this thing inside of a smaller thing?
I'm going to assume that by thing, you mean my ship, and I would thank you not to insult her. Within earshot, at least.
Insult her?
And to answer your question, my ship is dimensionally transcendental. The interior exists in another relative dimension and moves with the exterior through time and space. Understand?
I think I better go.
Wait! Since you're here, perhaps you can help me with something. I'm really confused with the Zelda timeline. It focuses on one instance where the hero is defeated, and yet it's never addressed in any other part of the timeline. Do you know why that is?
I don't care.
Please, it's really important that I know.
I don't know. The whole timeline was just slapped together because fans wouldn't shut up about a timeline connecting all the games to each other.
I see. So instead of focusing on the inconsistencies, I should first question the motives and competence of the story's writer, correct?
Uh-huh.
Huh. You're very learned for a human. Have you acquired advanced education?
I graduated high school.
High school? Sounds prestigious.
Sure. Can I go now?
Just one more thing. How well do you know about video games?
Pretty well, I guess.
Do you own a lot of them?
Sure.
Great, then I've made my decision.
Cool. Can I go now?
Better. I'm furthering my research on this planet, and you're coming with me.
Wait, what?
I know, exciting, isn't it?
No! You promised I could leave if I answered your question.
I did no such thing. You didn't think I could let you leave, did you? I can't have you blowing my cover, and besides, I need your help with my research. As a Time Lord, it is my responsibility to help collect all knowledge in the universe. As my subject of focus is games, I can't leave this planet until I'm done with my research. And as my intellectual hostage, you will help me achieve my goal. What have you got to lose anyway?
Besides my friends, my family, my life?
As I explained before, my ship can travel anywhere in time and space. So when we're finished with everything, I'll take you back exactly where, when, and how you left.
It's not like I have a choice.
That's the spirit! What's your name?
Steven.
Pleasure to meet you, Steven. My name is Quinodnet Ninas Fozalar, but you can call me the Gamer.
The Gamer? Why?
Because it's my profession, after all.
Gaming is a profession where you're from?
Well, no, but I do know quite a bit about it. My hypothesis is that you can gain much understanding of the universe simply by analyzing the games we create. My superiors don't have much respect for the subject, though, as my pursuits are largely a joke to them.
Yeah, no, I'm not calling you the Gamer. I'm just gonna stick with Quinn, I'm just gonna stick with Quinn.
I'd rather you didn't.
So where are we off to, Quinn?
Well, I would like to start with the origin of your people's video games. Yes, I know there's evidence of them being played on computers as early as 1947, but Ralph Baer was responsible for making the entertainment medium available for everyone. That's why I thought it'd be fun to visit where he grew up. Thinking Palatinate, Germany, around 1940 AD. Oh, we're here now.
Did you just say 1940 in Germany?
I did.
I really don't think this is a good idea.
Why not?
That's why! We were in World War II in 1940!
That doesn't sound very good.
You put us right in the middle of the battlefield!
How did Ralph Baer survive this?
He left Germany years before 1940.
A few years, a few hundred years, it doesn't make a big difference in the grand scheme of things.
Well, it does now. Get us out of here before he gets us killed!
Setting coordinates will take too long. Let's look for a safe place around here. Here we go. The basement of a ruined library. We should be safe here. We should be safe now.
I've been with you for less than 5 minutes and already you almost get me killed.
Doesn't look like the ship has taken any serious damage. I'll just punch in some new coordinates. We'll be chatting with young Ralph Baer in no time.
Will you forget about Ralph Baer? I want to get as far away from Germany in 1940 as possible.
No can do. My work would amount to practically nothing without this. But I do promise I'll get it right this time. Okay, here we go.
It really didn't feel like we went anywhere.
That's strange. It seems as though there's something in this library preventing us from dematerializing.
How can something in the library do that?
I don't know. Perhaps we should go take a look. Listen, whatever is keeping us in this library clearly has no intent on letting us leave anytime soon. So the best course of action would be to investigate the source of this intervention. Don't worry. I'll keep us safe.
How?
I don't know. But I have been in worse situations than this before, and I always come away fairly unscathed. And we'll do the same this time. Now, come on.
Wait, wasn't your ship just a porta potty a few minutes ago?
My ship is equipped with a chameleon circuit and allows me to change its shape to blend into the environment. Right. Come along, then.
This place is like a maze. How am I supposed to find the interference?
Well, if I'm right to assume that whatever's causing the interference has a high electromagnetic field, then this is the perfect time to test my latest invention.
It's a Wii remote.
Correction. It's a sonic Wii remote, a device capable of many things, including unlocking metal locks, detecting mines, and measuring EMFs. I chose the Wii remote because it has a better layout than my original blueprints. I mean, it was either this, or the video game remote designed by the Psylocks of the Andromeda Galaxy, which is fine if you don't mind getting shocked every time you get hit in a game. You know they even made a remote that injected a deadly poison into your hand if you got a game over? Needless to say, it wasn't very successful.
Okay, I get it. Can we get going?
Right, shall we? Must be pulsating with energy. When I say run, run. Run. The ship's this way. No, it's not.
Listen, it's your way now, and you think my way.
Your way's good. What the hell was that? A human body with a horse head. That actually sounds familiar.
Does? What are you doing?
Looking up Earth and folklore to see if there are any matches to the creature's appearance.
I don't see how folklore has anything to do with horse-headed devil creatures.
Didn't you see the section we were in? 350 to 400, and according to the Dewey Decimal System, legendary phenomena and folklore should be in that area.
Dewey Decimal what?
Seriously, don't humans read books anymore? There must be some connection between the creature and that particular area. Why else would the EMF be so high? Here we are, just as I suspected. Alps. Nightmare creatures that torment the sleep of humans, especially young wenches. Often has the appearance of a monkey, pig, chicken, or a horse.
But it's folklore, as in not real.
Unless there was something that brought it to this plane of reality. But there's nothing on Earth that can do that. Unless that something wasn't originally from here.
Wait, are you saying that us coming here brought that thing to life and now we can never leave?
Yes to the first part of that question. The dimensional transference of my ship must have brought it to this plane of reality. Now we just need to figure out a way to put it back where it belongs, and we can leave.
How do we do that?
Well, we should play to our strengths. Use our gaming knowledge to come up with a solution. Are there any games that pertain to this subject?
You're joking, right?
Not at all. This is the perfect time to test my hypothesis. If there's a game that covers the nature of creatures from folklore, we might be able to use that data to beat the Alp.
How big's your PlayStation 3 library? Folklore is about a young woman named Ellen who receives a letter from her mother who she believes to be dead, telling her to meet at an old Irish village by the beach called Doolin. At the same time, Keats, a journalist for a magazine that covers the supernatural, gets a mysterious call from a woman which also leads him to Doolin. When they get there, they find out that they've both come on the eve of a festival for spirits called the Samhain. This is a time when doors between human and the spiritual world, called the Netherworld, can be opened. Now, Ellen and Keats must explore the Netherworld in order to solve a 17-year-old murder mystery that took place in the old village. Ellen also wants to find her mother in the Netherworld to figure out her involvement in the events that took place 17 years ago.
So maybe the Alp came from this Netherworld, or something like it. Which means there may be other spirits on the other side who can help us. However, the story isn't giving me any more ideas. Let's take a look at the presentation.
The presentation in this game is interesting. While there are full cinematic scenes littered throughout the game, most of the dialogue is spoken in text and displayed in a series of panels, sort of like a comic book. That might work in other games, but since most of this game is set in a mystical fantasy world, I think they missed the opportunity to make great looking scenes. Anyway, Doolin serves as the hub that leads to different areas of the Netherworld. Every area has their own unique theme. For instance, the first area is a vibrant, elven forest, while the second area is a war-torn medieval city. You can only travel to the Netherworld during the night though. During the day, you're left with Doolin, which there really isn't much you can do besides talk to specific people to continue the story. I do like the gray, somber atmosphere of the village though. It definitely gives you a feeling that some really serious stuff happened there. The music helps set the tone too. The music in general is really good in this game.
Yeah, that's all well and fine, but none of that is helping me formulate ideas on how to beat the Alp. What about the gameplay?
Well, as I explained before, the story revolves around a young girl named Ellen and Keats, a journalist for a magazine about the paranormal. Throughout the game, you get the choice of playing either of the two characters. What's unique about this is that if you choose one character, you don't have to stick with just them all the time. After every chapter, you have the choice of either switching to the other character to continue their story, or sticking with your current character to continue theirs. Both of the people have their own attack style. Keats relies more on strength, whereas Ellen uses more strategy to win her battles. Battles are fought by using creatures you've beaten before and captured. They can do short, mid, and long-range attacks, as well as elemental spells. Some attacks on the ground or in the air. Much of how you interact with the Netherworld relies on the creatures. For example, there are different colored stones that only specific creatures can break to get items or open other paths.
Wait a minute. Could you go into more detail on how the creatures combat each other?
One creature doesn't work on everybody when attacking. Each are immune to some attacks and vulnerable to others. Like those from underwater are usually weak to electric-based attacks, and flying creatures are immune to those who fight on the ground. You can easily rotate out 4 creatures in your party, so if no one in your current party works on a creature, you can potentially replace them with a completely different set of creatures. This is less frustrating than if you could only change out one creature at a time. Now there are side quests.
Wait! That's it!
What's it?
To beat a creature from folklore, we need to use another creature that can exploit its weakness.
What is this?
I'm downloading a simpler mobile version of my ship's software. If it was my ship that conjured the Alp, we can do it again and bring out an adversary capable of defeating it. Now let's see, who can we use? Jabberwocky? No. Wendigo? No. Leprechaun? Krampus? Wait, what do we have here? Perchta. A goddess in German folklore known as the leader of beasts. She was often used as a symbol for the hunt. Leader of beasts. That's it! We need to summon Perchta.
That's an idea, but how are we supposed to summon that creature specifically?
Simple. The Alp's high EMF is affecting the matter around it. So if I use that energy as a catalyst, I can shape it to the form of my choosing. Just add a description of the goddess to the software's code and voila! Instant Perchta.
That's simple, huh?
Well, not quite. It doesn't look like there's enough data here to create a fully realized version of her. But not to worry, since the Alp and Perchta are a part of German folklore, there's bound to be a book about her in that section. We just need to find that book, and I'll add it to the software's code. We most done, shall we?
I just thought this whole thing was me falling around a crazy guy, taking notes, talking to normal people, banishing a nightmare demon to explain a reality using a Wii remote. As far from that as you can get.
So whilst I distract him, you go look through all the books in German folklore. Once you find Perchta, call out to me and we'll meet back here, understood? Got it. Good evening, Mr. Alp. If I may, I come before you tonight in hopes of a deal. You see, I have quite a few young wenches on my ship, and between you and me, you're quite lazy. They really do nothing other than sleep. So, if I hand them all over to you, you can get your fill of dreams, and my friend and I can be on our way. What do you say? No deal, huh? Well, how about this? I'll give you the women now. You let the boy and I go, and I'll bring you more. And children, too. What do you think of that? Ah! I just remembered I gave all my wenches to another nightmare creature. So I'm going to go back to my ship and see if I can't find something else you might enjoy. Au revoir. This is it. Where is he? Didn't he get the signal? I think we should go. Good idea.
Why aren't you putting it with the other games?
Any game that proves useful goes there, in case we need to refer back to it.
Is running into demons that common for you?
Well, no. This was the first time. But as I always say, there's a second time for everything.
So where do we go to now?
Did you already forget? We're going to meet Ralph Baer.
Still obsessed, aren't you?
Like I said, my research would be nothing without him. That being said, let's go somewhere a little less dangerous.
We can try talk to him somewhere around 1967. That's when he made the brown box.
I knew I made the right decision with you.